Once upon a time, deep within the lush emerald heart of the jungle, a magnificent lioness gave birth to a tiny, helpless cub. Her eyes filled with immense love and a glimmer of hope gazed upon her newborn. But alas, life can be tragically unpredictable. Immediately after bringing this precious life into the world, the lioness, weakened and exhausted, passed away, leaving her little one utterly alone in the vast, bewildering wilderness. At that very moment, as if by some strange twist of fate, a flock of sheep was grazing peacefully nearby, their soft bleats echoing through the trees. The newborn lion cub, no bigger than a kitten, was confused and vulnerable. Instinctively, it sought warmth and safety. Seeing the gentle, woolly creatures, it stumbled weakly towards them, and almost miraculously, the sheep, perhaps out of sheer innocence or a touch of pity, did not flee. The tiny cub simply joined the sheep and began to walk with them, completely unaware of its true lineage. And so an extraordinary life began. For the young cub, living with the sheep day in and day out, the cub began to imitate their every action. It learned to graze on grass, nibbling patiently at the green shoots, never once craving the taste of meat. It learned to follow the flock, to move with their gentle rhythm, and to feel safe within their numbers. The cub didn't know how a majestic lion truly behaved. It had never seen a lion's powerful stride, felt the rumble of a mighty roar, or witnessed a hunt. It never even attempted to roar. Instead, it would bleat softly, just like its woolly companions, surrounded by sheep, constantly hearing their gentle bleats and seeing their timid ways. The young lion cub truly began to think of itself as one of them. It believed it was nothing more than an ordinary, timid sheep. Time passed, as it always does. The small, fragile lion cub grew into a magnificent young lion with powerful build and a thick, golden mane. Yet, despite its imposing appearance, it still believed it was a sheep. Its eyes held the same gentle, sometimes fearful expression as the sheep around it. It felt no different from them, truly convinced that its destiny was to graze and bleat, just like the rest of the flock. This powerful creature, born to rule, lived a life of quiet submission hidden from its own true nature. One fateful day, an old, wise lion, a true king of the jungle, was patrolling his territory. His eyes, sharp and experienced, spotted a peculiar sight: a magnificent young lion roaming contentedly with a flock of sheep. The old lion couldn't believe his eyes. He was utterly puzzled as to why such a powerful creature would be behaving so strangely. Was it a trick, or was it injured? He had to know. The old lion, driven by curiosity and a deep sense of responsibility, decided he must intervene. He let out a powerful roar, a true lion's roar that echoed through the jungle, shaking the very leaves on the trees. The flock of sheep, terrified by the sudden thunderous sound, fled in terror, scattering in every direction. To the old lion's astonishment, the young lion also ran away with them, its heart pounding with the same fear as its companions. The old lion knew he had to act quickly. After a short, swift chase, the old lion finally caught up with the young lion, gently but firmly cornering it. The young lion, trembling uncontrollably and its eyes wide with fear, pleaded in a soft, bleating voice, "Please, please let me go. I'm just an ordinary sheep. I mean no harm." The old lion was stunned. He immediately realized what was happening. This poor creature, born a lion, had been raised among sheep and genuinely believed it was one of them. A wave of understanding and compassion washed over the old lion. He knew exactly what he had to do. With gentle resolve, the old lion pushed the young lion toward a calm, clear river flowing nearby. The water perfectly reflected the blue sky and the surrounding trees. "Look," the old lion said, his voice deep and reassuring. "Look at yourself in the water. Look closely." In the peaceful, calm, clear water of the river, the young lion saw its reflection for the very first time. It gazed intently, then its eyes widened in shock. It didn't see a woolly, timid creature. It didn't look like a sheep at all. It looked exactly like the magnificent, powerful creature standing beside it. It looked like a lion. In that single breathtaking moment, a profound truth dawned upon the young lion. It wasn't a sheep. It was truly a lion. A surge of raw, untamed power coursed through its veins. It felt an awakening, a recognition of its own incredible strength and identity that had been dormant for so long. Filled with this newfound awareness and an exhilarating sense of liberation, the young lion instinctively let out a powerful, earth-shattering roar. The sound was unlike anything it had ever produced. It was deep, resonant, and echoed through the entire jungle, announcing its true presence to the world. This mighty roar made the young lion truly recognize its true identity and strength. It felt a surge of power and confidence it had never felt before, a feeling of belonging to something grand and powerful. Living like a sheep was never its reality. It was simply a mental trap, a false belief. This powerful story, dear friends, carries a profound message for all of us. Just like the young lion, many of us allow the world, society, or even our own fears to instill in us a false sense of weakness. We might be mentally trapped, convinced we are something less than our true selves, living among a crowd of fearful people, or conforming to expectations that aren't truly ours. Even the bravest among us can become fearful when surrounded by doubt and negativity. But you, yes, you need to rise above this crowd. You need to look into the river of your own soul and discover your true potential. Embrace your real power, the strength that is dormant within you. When you do this, when you recognize who you truly are and what you are capable of, you will roar like the lion. You will break free from the mental traps and find your authentic, powerful self. Believe in yourself, for within you lies an incredible, untapped strength waiting to be unleashed.